Alright, hello everybody. This is the fourth and final episode of Road to Burbank. I'm here with Team Curse, so let's just introduce everybody, starting with Fatal. So we'll just go from Fatal, Con, Blue, Tick.
Hey, I'm Fatal.
Damn.
Alright,
God.
can you guys say what you play on
Alright,
Curse and-
I'm Fatal Uno. I play support for Curse, and I carry my team every game.
Okay, I'm Con, that's a lie. I play mid for Curse. Been playing mid pretty much since I've started on Curse, I'd say. So yeah.
I'm Blue Freeze, I play top, and Fatal sucks at support, so...
Tick.
That it? Okay.
Fuck man.
You're next,
You're
bro.
next, bro.
The fuck? I'm not next. Alright, now I'm next. I'm the Curse. I didn't play jungle at all until I got on Curse. And then I started playing jungle. Yeah, I'm pretty shit at jungle because I only started when I got on Curse. But it's over. So you might as well practice. Hey, go
What's
Matt.
up, Mel? I used to jungle, but now I'm ADC, and yeah, Fatal's my bitch.
Okay, so
I am.
Oh man, that's a really interesting relationship you guys got in bot lane. But
Dude, it works out.
It works out.
Yeah.
Alright. So let's just kind of start with how you guys kind of found IC. So anybody who wants to share their story first can go ahead.
Sean
Sure.
basically begged me to come play because he had shitters on his team at the time and he needed someone who had actual skill, so I joined.
Yep, same. That's We used to all play Dota. Well, me and Bennett used to play, or Tick used to play Dota with Sean, and then Sean came over to this game. I forget who brought him over, and then he joined a team, and he didn't like his teammates, so he told us to come play, and then that's how me and Tick came to start playing IC.
Okay. So Con, how did you find IC? You
Basically, yeah, I think IC was partners with MLG at the time. That was a while ago. But I went to the MLG site and I was just swapping through the streams and I saw this MOBA. I was kind of interested, so I checked it out and kind of just got into it and asked my friends to swap over.
Alright. Mal, how did you find IC?
Play one made me. Basically, him and I played League all the time, and he was like, "Yo, Matt, come check out the game." And I was like, "Okay." So basically, he just dragged me over. I was like, "All right, I'll join for you, buddy."
Oh my god.
It's okay, it's
First
okay.
impressions.
It's okay. Just come
And
play
if he
IC.
watches this, I love you, buddy.
Alright.
Yeah, we all love you, play to win.
Finally, Blue Freeze, how did you find IC?
I just found it when I was bored of playing League and was just looking for a different mobile.
It's
Okay.
too bad to play Dota also, so.
Okay, so I also kind of want to get into the history of how, the Curse roster was formed. So, Curse wasn't really a thing until, I want to say May, June. So, if you guys can...
A week after, or 2 weeks after PAX, I think?
Yeah, so, May, early May. So, if you
Alright.
guys can, walk me through how, this Curse lineup kind of got to where it is today.
Alright, I'll start, I guess. At PAX, I played for Vex, Blue Freeze played for Complexity, and Sean had no team, and Tick and Mal didn't start off on Curse at all. But basically, with the poor performance of my team, Mishkit wanted to leave Complexity just because he didn't play, and he wanted to play and not just be a sub. And so Mishkit wanted to put a team together, and he was talking with Sean, who we all knew was a good player. He just didn't really put in the time and effort before PAX to go. So then that's how the beginning of the team started, but we still needed a fourth. And then then we got Blue Freeze, and then we needed a fourth, and then we ended up picking up, who did we get as our fourth?
Juked.
Listen, Joey.
Oh yeah, Joey, we got Joey. And then after a couple of weeks we were winning tournaments and stuff, and then Curse decided to sign us. And now we're here. A completely new roster.
So, what were the decisions to pick up Tick and Mal? Because the original roster was you, Fatal, Con, Blue Freeze, Mishkit, and Spa, I believe.
Yeah, it was Spa and Juke.
Yeah,
Spawn,
They
Juke.
Spa
subbed
was
up.
our sub, and
Okay.
Juke can play on ESL days.
Right. So how was the decision made to pick up Mal and Tick?
Who wants to go over this? Is it gonna be me?
I
Do it,
guess I
Fatal.
can go over it.
You weren't even on the team. Alright, basically there were some issues with like when Mishka was on the team, just like based on him calling stuff and the way people didn't like the way he was calling or making calls and rotations and stuff. So we decided to look into new people for that position. And Juke at the time too never really played the game. And we wanted to pick Spa up for like full time, but he couldn't because he had a job which he worked full time at night. So like that's whenever we played and scrimmed. So it wasn't possible to have him as a full time player. So then there was a point where like we were playing and we were playing good for the first 2 to 5 weeks when we were together, but it got to a point where we kind of like started going downhill. So we felt like we needed changes, and that's when we started to like look into other players, and we picked up Achiri and Hyun for a little bit, but it just like everyone was changing roles and stuff, so it just did not work at all. Like we had like one point Achiri playing ADC and stuff, like, so it just didn't work out. So then we ended up picking up Tick, who we've known and has been a long friend of me and Sean's at least. And then we got Mal because Mal's my baby boy and I love him.
I thought he was
And
your
he's
bitch.
good.
Or I thought you were his bitch.
Oh, I am, but I mean, sometimes I
That's
whip him too, you know?
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about Burbank now. So you guys are the second seed, I think, coming into Burbank. You guys are number 2 in the ESL ranking. Have you guys heard anything about the tournament format yet? 4 days before the event.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you guys like talk about it or no?
We can,
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
I don't really know the format.
Okay, the format is gonna be first place in the ESL versus fourth place.
Oh yeah, I know
Okay.
that format. But
Okay.
what's the?
Yeah.
Is it best of ones? Best of
It's
three?
best of 3, I think, but single elimination. So if you lose, you're out.
Okay.
So it's
But
best
what
of
I'm
threes for the
confused
whole-
about, what I'm confused about though is they never specified like if there's gonna be a third place match or anything. So I don't know if there's like a third place match, which I think there is because I'm pretty sure third place gets a better prize than fourth or something. I'm not too sure though, but I do know like there's basically 2 semifinal games, us versus C, and then Brawl versus SG.
Yes.
And whoever wins those best of 3s goes to the finals for first and second place. I know it's all played on Saturday too,
right.
or Sunday. I forget which day.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday. Okay, so if you guys are facing Team C, let's talk about Team C for a little bit. So C has been looking really, really strong. They've tweeted out recently that they are like numbers 1, 2, and 3 for ELO right now. I think as of right now, I'm going Pro is number 1, and then it's Play to Win, and then a Cheery. So they're really strong, like mechanically, and they seem to have very good skirmishing potential. So what do you guys think of C?
As far as like rank wise, I basically like gave up just to like try and keep my sanity because I can't stand solo queue anymore. But I mean, like none of us really play solo queue that much, so like you don't really have full competition like going into it.
I mean,
yeah, I can agree on that because
like-
I was at one point first in the game, and then I didn't see like I don't know, solo queue in that game or in IC is just I don't know how to explain it. It's different than any other game. I feel like the MMR or hidden MMR in that game is just awkward. You don't get matched with people that are your level. So I don't know. I don't play as much.
Yeah, like Khan's still like top 10, and he hasn't really like been playing too much. So that just like goes to show you.
In terms of the team, like without taking into consideration individual rank, they're a good team though. Like
Yeah, they are.
scrims,
Yeah.
yeah. In
Yeah.
the scrims that we've played against them and whatnot, they have like extremely good communication, good rotations. Like they know what they're doing. So obviously the individual skill level plays a part in their overall like team cooperation and team communication. But like I don't know, for Infinite Crisis, just in general, solo MMR doesn't really mean that much.
Yeah,
It
it's
really
all
just
about
comes
teamwork.
down to it in like the teamwork and the scrim.
At least in in like pro games, it's a
Yeah,
lot more
exactly.
teamwork than it is anything individual. But
Yeah.
they are really good.
They've also been
Go ahead.
longtime friends. I've like heard they all go to college together. They've known each other for a while. I guess that
Yeah.
helps with a lot of their communication.
And
So-
knowing how each other play, vice versa.
Okay.
That's a really good mix of ethnicities, which is very, very good.
Yes, the C in Team C stands for colorful.
No, it
Yes,
stands for
exactly.
diversity. The C
thought
is
it-
It
silent.
stands for diverse.
The C is just silent diversity. Don't worry about it.
Oh man. Okay, so I kind of want to bring up like, does Team C have any like very obvious weaknesses? Like you guys said, they're really strong in rotations and team play and stuff. But do they have any weaknesses that you guys think can be exploited?
I don't think they have weaknesses, but I think they're very predictable. And like
Yeah.
so many ESLs, we would scrim them a night before and then just ban whatever strat they're running, and then we just destroy them. Like pretty much, they're really predictable with their how they run their lineups and like their current meta. So
They've gotten better at it though over time.
yeah, they have.
But personally, I play top lane, so I don't really know too much. But I think their bot lane is kind of a weakness.
Yeah,
in my
I
opinion.
think that's their weakest lane, in my opinion too. But obviously, they're still good considering they win games. So it's not like they're bad bot lane.
Well, their bot lane used to be even worse. Like when I played on Team C, for example, because I had switched over to Curse from Team C.
Yeah, you were their
It
bot
was-
lane, right? That's why they were so bad.
I was so bad.
Damn. Oh.
It was like really bad when I was on it, and there was also a big like language barrier because Platoon, I don't think he knows any English yet. So, so like,
Jesus.
I'm playing with him. Now that he's solo lane, he can speak in his own language and
Yeah, play to win.
really
Them
strong.
moving play to win to solo lane
Yeah,
really
yeah.
helped their team like a lot.
Yeah.
Because he's very good mechanically and very good in like just farming and staying in his own lane. But when he plays with another person, like he tries to do stuff which gets him caught out in 2v2 lanes. Like when we used to face C back then, like he would try to 1v2 me and whoever my ADC was back then, and we just kill him. So I think him being in a 1v1 lane really helps C a lot.
Not to mention Wonder Woman was his kryptonite as an ADC. I don't know how. Literally just like being melee range for Wonder Woman ulti. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys play against. How do you think you guys will be matching up against them?
We're gonna lose.
It's a good mindset.
They're gonna 2-0 us 15 minutes in. We're gonna get surrounded both games.
No, like honestly, if we keep practicing, like
Yeah,
efficiently,
straight
we
up,
can win.
we can-
for sure.
we can win, but what happened was our team kind of took some time off, and we haven't really been practicing up until like last week, maybe Thursday. So we were kind of rusty at the start. Like we were scrimming and we were kind of getting like stomped by a lot of teams at first. Like our first scrim against C, we got destroyed. But an example is like yesterday we scrimmed C and we had like two like 40-minute games that were pretty close. We just kind of threw in certain situations. So I think if we play our game and like pick what we want, which we've learned a lot over this last like week of scrimming what we want now, I think we can beat them, to be honest, as long as we play our game and communicate and stuff. It's not like it's a honestly I think anyone can take anyone right now. We've scrimmed SG and they've been looking pretty good too with some of their strats they've been running. And I think anyone can beat anyone at this point, just depends who plays better on the day. It's a LAN event too, so everyone
Right.
plays different, right?
Right.
Anything can happen.
The game feels completely different on LAN.
It does, really does.
Okay, so let's move on to Brawl. So Brawl has been looking pretty good for the past couple of months. They've won every single ESL monthly final. They were KGO, they won PAX East, and they picked up DAC and then turned into Brawl. So I kind of want to get your guys' takes on Brawl, because at the start of the ESL, like the Go for ICs, you and Brawl were like, trading, wins back and forth. So I want to kind of get
Oh,
your
yeah.
guys' take on
Our
that.
history with Brawl, those like long hour games.
Oh
that would
man,
just-
Yeah.
those hour games.
Brawl, I think Dak is a really good shot caller for them, to be honest. I think without Dak, their rotations and stuff wouldn't be as good. As for like the way I see it, like Dak rotates really well around the jungle, and like I'd imagine he's the one shot calling, because just like the stuff he does, and like he tells people to teleport gank and stuff. I think they're actually a really good team.
Yeah, he is their shot caller.
Yeah, I think he's like the key attribute on their team to why they're like really good. So I think picking him up was actually a huge part in their success.
Does anybody
What was their lineup before? It was Salty Kai, right?
It was Salty Kai
Yeah,
instead of
Kai was good
Dak.
too, though. Not gonna lie, I
Kai-
really like them.
I think Kai was like a very intelligent player. It's just I find he lacked mechanics compared to like everyone else on their team. So I think picking up Dak was like a really good choice. He's very intelligent, and his mechanics, I don't know, man. Like his initiations with Wonder Woman, just ridiculous. Like
Yeah, he's really
he's
good.
always gonna catch like 3 or 4 people. Like, yeah, I think their new lineup is really strong. It's very scary.
Does anybody else have thoughts on Brawl right now?
Fuck them.
Not much. Not much to say. They're just like a solid team.
Okay, there's something I want to ask in particular with Brawl. So, GS, he likes to pull out the Mega Superman bottom. And this is something that we haven't really seen any of the other NA teams do to quite his level. So I want to kind of direct this to Fatal. Why is GS, like, just so good at this Mecha Superman? Why haven't other teams pulled this out yet?
Other teams have. They just haven't really been revealing it. Like when we've been scrimming, we've used it a couple of times. Other teams have used it. I think people just underrated it and are realizing the strengths of it just based off of like C likes to run Joker a mid now rather than a support. So when they run like a support that doesn't have an escape, it's really good, because like you're gonna catch 2 people in a wall. They're not gonna be able to escape, and you can just instantly go on them. And I also think Brawl is only really good with Mecha Superman because they love to run it with Doomsday, and they have very good coordination between Dak
Dude,
and
it's so broken. Oh my
yeah,
god.
they have a really good like coordination with GS and Dak with Doomsday Mecha Superman wall. So like I think that's also a big part in their play for why he does so well with it.
Going back to Dakinger, so you guys have pretty much said like he is very, very good for Brawl. He is like really good at shot calling. Do you think it's like kind of a weakness if you like just shut him down, then he's not feeling as confident?
Oh,
that
yeah.
will kind of make him and his team feel like they can't do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Just
the other
speaking-
person that's really good too is GS.
Yeah, just speaking from experience, like when I used to jungle against them, pretty much I was able to keep Dak like down, and then you can see like the team slowly fall apart.
Mhm.
Like I think if you shut down their jungle, then that's pretty much like it for them.
Okay. So let's kind of go lane by lane now. So we covered jungle. Let's go with top lane. So Blue Freeze, what do you think of GS as a top laner? Like, what are his strengths? What are his weaknesses?
Not GS, man.
Oh no,
Ease.
Ease. Oh my
Ease.
god, I'm like, I am so out of it right now. I blame the heat. Anyway, so what do you think of Ease? Oh my goodness, I can't believe I said that.
Well, it's kind of weird for top lane because I mean, mainly it's just he's good, but top lane is mainly just some trades, and then walk off and farm jungle, and you just sit there top until 6 and until your team needs you. But I mean, other than that, it's really good. He's good, mechanic wise, good farming, good pressure under tower. So, yeah.
Okay. Going into the mid lane, Con, what do you think of Genre?
Genre, he's a good player. The only thing I noticed about him is he's very passive. He just plays off like people's mistakes. He doesn't try to really make the play, I guess. But good mechanics. I don't know. Good game sense. He's a good player. Like he's definitely a top mid laner. I'd say that for sure. Like,
Do you think the fact that he plays the more traditional blasters instead of like the marksman in mid is going to hurt him coming into Burbank?
I think so. Yeah. I think with this new meta, a lot of teams have shown that the ADC mid is just completely
Stupid right
destroying blasters. Yeah.
Okay, let's go into the bottom lane now. So Fatal and Mal, what do you think of Cripsy and GS?
As much as I love Gripsy, dude, like if you take him off GA, then he's pretty much just like, I don't know, he's just kind of there.
Do you think his champion pool is pretty much just limited to like Gasbat and Green Arrow?
I'd say just Green Arrow.
Just Green Arrow. Okay. 'Cause-
No, he's really good at. No, I'll say he's like really good at farming.
Mhm.
And his mechanics are like on point. But GA is like his comfort. And if you take that away from him, that's kind
Yeah,
of like,
I would agree with that.
what?
Um,
Well, I don't know what to do.
not saying that like he's not good on any other ADC. It's just
Yeah,
there's
that's
times
just, like-
where in ESL where they would just first pick GA because they knew if we took it, like I guess I don't know, their game wouldn't be up to par, or I'm not sure, but there was a lot of times where they would just first pick GA and we're just like, whoa, okay, it's kind of random.
Okay.
I
Yeah, he
think their
plays at
bot
his
lane probably one of the better bot lanes, to be honest. GS and Cripsy, I think they're like probably the best bot lane. Like if we're not including us, because obviously we would say us.
Right.
But,
No, we're not including
I
you.
really do think. I do think they're probably one of the better bot lanes, though.
What
to
makes
be
them so
my-
good?
I find GS.
I think it's GS.
GS for sure.
He plays support in like a different style. He won't go like the ordinary support. He'll pick like an AtGL, a Mecha Soups. He'll like switch it up.
Mhm.
You know, it really, I don't know.
I think he's
Confuses.
just really aware, like, of everything going on. Like his Joker support is literally unreal. Like, he'll be so aware of like when his backline is getting pressured and when to go on their front line and stuff like that. I don't know. I think his vision is just like retardedly good, to be honest.
Mhm.
Yeah, basically bot lane's the GS show, like by far.
Okay. So lastly, we've got Surreal. So Surreal, 4th place coming in. They had that. They started off like the ESL season, not doing too well. They dropped Ambuscade and what was his name?
Dark stuff.
Dark Seth, thank you. And they brought in Crashy and Azure Fire, and then immediately they took 1st place that week for ESL. So
They
what do
bring
you-
in Maestro. Was he on the team already?
He was on the team before.
He was on the team.
Oh, okay.
So, what do you guys think of Surreal coming into this? Are they kind of this, like, dark horse who's running off, like, the energy from kind of squeaking in 4th place?
Like I said, I think anyone can take it. So I'm not gonna say they're a dark horse. I've seen them play. Zerfire's a good mid. He knows when he has the potential to get a solo kill, from what I've seen. And I don't know. I think all of them are solid players, to be honest. So I think they can do well.
So what makes them, like, collectively as a unit really good? Is it, like, team fighting, rotations, objective control?
I would say they're team fighting. Like their rotations are okay. Their laning's like decent, but their team fighting's like really what makes them pretty good.
Their positioning is
Yeah, I
very
would
good in
agree with
team
that.
fighting.
Also, I think this new like pseudo pickup on support might work out like very well for them.
Mhm. So I want to kind of start in the bot lane this time. So in the bot lane we're gonna have Zeke and Pseudo of Justice. Their mid laner going to fill in for Picasso. So I want to kind of get like your guys's Fatal and Mal's take on the bot lane now, just because I've talked to other people and like they say Pseudo is more of this kind of carry style player, likes to play like Joker and Green Lantern bot lane, while Picasso is more of this like traditional kind of support player, playing like Zatanna and Poison Ivy and stuff. You know, just like traditional controller stuff. So let's just go.
I wouldn't say Picasso's like that at all. Like he can play pretty much nice support. It was mainly what would go well to like keep Zeke alive.
Mhm.
Plus, me and Phil are gods, so. No, like literally, Zeke's gotten a lot better. Like he used to build really odd paths.
I think he still
Like-
kind of does that.
Kinda, yeah. It's
I
gotten a
think
lot
Zeke
better.
relies too much on barrier heal.
Yeah.
I think Pseudo is a really good pickup for them. Although I really like Picasso's support, to be perfectly honest, but Pseudo is like in my opinion, he was probably one of the better players. Although his team around him on Justice wasn't the best, I still think he shined out in every game he played. He's really good, and I'm pretty sure in his last 2 weeks he's been training hard. I was giving him some pointers and stuff too on builds. He's a good friend of mine, and I think he'll do fine. To be honest, it's not like it's. I mean, I moved from mid to support too. It's not too hard to transfer over, honestly.
So let's go back to Zeke a little bit. So Zeke has built like some really kind of oddball items. Like he would start first item Joker's
Yeah.
crowbar, and
Cheetah
he would-
Claw.
like Cheetah Claw and stuff like that. So Mal, what do you think of Zeke and his builds? I wanted to put
Like
magic to say.
some of it potentially could work if he actually followed through with building that way.
Mhm.
But he doesn't, so it never works. Like crowbar could actually be like really useful and really good, but just the way he like builds, it's like, all right, guys, I'm gonna go like crowbar into like cheetah claw into like no weapon, and then I'm gonna carry you guys or something like that. And that's just like, Zeke, what are you doing?
What about in terms of like positioning and mechanics and laning and stuff like that?
Laning has gotten better. Positioning's, oh no, it's hit or miss. Like he'll have one
I
good
think his
game where he never
positioning's
gets
good,
stopped.
actually. I think Zeke is probably one of the better. Him and Cripsy are probably one of the better, like position wise, in team fights and Desert Fire. I think they're really good at like. I think their team fights are only good because their positioning is so well. To be perfectly honest,
Mhm.
it's really hard to get to them because they like to stay really far back. That's why they win a lot of team fights, because you get so focused on fighting the front line that they're just honestly just sitting in the back, right clicking you're using spells on you.
Mhm.
So I think that's a huge thing as to why SG is really good. His positioning.
So let's move on to mid lane. So Con, what do you think of Azure Fire?
Azure Fire. I love that guy, man. He's the other mid laner that we always learn things off each other.
Mhm.
Like he would come to me for help about new like builds if there was like new patches and stuff. We'd always discuss things. Actually, this past like week, he's taught me a lot about mid lane, about this new meta, because I haven't been really practicing too much.
Mhm.
But I'm starting to train hard for ESL. He's a great player, great mechanics, good friend of mine. Definitely one of their best players on the team, and he's improved a lot like, over the past few months for sure.
So I kind of want to talk about like how he kind of brought mid lane like Gaspat and Mecha Wonder Woman into the meta. So the double marksman thing kind of started with SG. I know you guys used to play like Green Arrow mid, but you would always
Yep.
pair that with like a kill lane bottom like Joker Green Lantern or something like that. but they were kind
And
of.
hit my video, guys. My video on YouTube.
I watched your video, so yeah. They were the first ones to kind of bring this double marksman kind of meta in. So, what do you think of like the double marksman meta overall?
Shade's game's broken. That's why.
Shade's cane is really broken right now. I think playing a hybrid mid, you'll have no problem at all beating a blaster or a marksman. I just think the starting build is insanely powerful. The poke potential, the damage, it's just unreal.
So is this just? Hold on. So is this going to make like pretty much Gaspat like a really really contested pick going into Burbank?
No comment.
It might be. It depends. Like some teams, like I know, C likes to just play Joker mid and he just sits back and farms. Like, I guess I think it depends on. I think for SG it will be. I think
it'll
depends on
depend
teams'
off your overall like
playstyle.
picks and playstyle, but I really think like the hybrid mid is definitely like, I wouldn't say like the main meta, but it's definitely like a viable meta to run like in a lineup.
Okay. So let's move on to jungle. So Tick, what do you think of Crashy?
I think he's a good jungler. I think that he goes around very often. Like I guess he tries for ganks and he'll put like lane pressure on. And he likes to counter jungle as well, and he likes to like leave a minion, so it's like gay. It's like, like I had to go and like kill the minion and like yeah. Anyways, he's a good jungler. The only thing is, I feel like his like jungle like hero pool is very limited. Like for example, like Doomsday. I mean, like he's great with Doomsday. I mean, he looks like Doomsday, so like he better be good at Doomsday. he's really good at Doomsday, and he's good with like the tanky ones. Like he's good with Doomsday, he's good with Wonder Woman. But when it comes to something like a Gas Cat jungle, or Atomic Wonder Woman, like people who are meant to like go in and like get a kill or like blow someone up really fast, he's not that good because like he likes to be aggressive, like in your face, and then like if something works, then great. If not, then he's out, and then he'll go back in again and out and go back in. Whereas like with an assassin kind of jungle, like Atomic Wonder Woman or Gas Cat or Cat Prime or whatever, you kind of just go in, you get a kill, and then you're out. So yeah, I don't know. Like he's a great jungler, but in terms of his like, I guess, ability to play all of the champions, it's somewhat limited to like bruisers, tanky people.
Do you think that's just gonna hurt him a lot? Like, let's say Wonder Woman and Doomsday are just banned against him. That's just gonna.
I suppose. I mean, it really depends because it's all based on team composition, obviously. So if he's going like Doomsday isn't really like it's not a priority ban. It is somewhat a priority pick at the moment, but in terms of bans, it's not really banned. Wonder Woman, it's the same situation. As long as you're as long as you have vision, you counter Doomsday. As long as you don't clump up, you counter Wonder Woman. So that's really what it comes down to. If he can play them right, then no, it doesn't hurt him at all. But I mean, yeah, like if they're trying to go for a pick comp and they need assassins, then it would, yeah.
Okay, so let's finish it up in the top lane. So Blue Freeze, what do you think of Maestro?
With him, I kind of feel it's the same way about how Tick was talking about Crashy. Like, with how the champions are banned right now, AdGL gets banned a lot, and Gas Joker gets banned a lot. So when those two are banned, normally all I ever see him play is Atomic Wonder Woman, and that's pretty easy to counter, especially if we can get like a Superman or even get me Nightmare Bat. I mean, just having a limited champion pool is kind of bad for top lane.
Do you think he's still like good mechanically? Does he have like good?
Yeah, he's really good mechanically, and good laning phase. I mean, as it is for top, like I said before, all you really do is just one person normally wins early and pushes, and the other person just farms under tower. And whenever possible, both people normally farm jungle and then just go and help the team when they can. So, but yeah, I think he's good mechanically, good play style, all that. But
Okay, so I think that kind of wraps everything up. Oh no, wait, hold on. So I want to kind of talk about last thing. So this is I kind of want to talk about LAN experience because this is something I brought up with everybody else. So Blue Freeze and Fatal, this is your second LAN for IC. So you guys kind of know how the LAN kind of thing feels like. Khan, I don't know if you were like in LANs in Dota or something.
Yeah, I've been to LANs mostly for StarCraft 2.
Uh-huh.
So, but yeah, I've been to quite a bit of LANs, but I haven't played a LAN for IC yet. I don't know how the game feels
Right.
on LAN. So,
So Mal and Tick, is this your guys' first LAN?
Yep.
Oh yeah. First and last.
Oh man. So why last? Can we talk about that a little bit, or is that?
Oh, because we're gonna clean up so hard that lands are gonna get banned for.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
That's pretty much it. I mean, there's not really much to say other than that.
Uh-huh.
The other teams are great and all, but I think they'll still be allowed at lands because, like, I don't know. I feel like
They
You're
won't
supposed
clean
to
up.
say
as
it.
they're not gonna clean up as much as when, like we're going with like garbage bags and like.
Are you guys gonna literally clean up? Like you're gonna help the ESL janitors?
Yeah, we're gonna be janitors.
Yeah, dude. Bant, you were supposed to say that they're gonna QQ so hard that all their tiers are gonna make it into C's from now on, dude. That terrible joke, though.
You can cut
Good
that.
try. Good try.
You want me to
Yeah, cut that out.
Okay, so Mal, this is
I already
your,
knew it was a bad joke.
this is your
So
first
then-
LAN, right?
Yeah.
So Tick and Mal, are you guys like really excited to like play on LAN? Are you guys like gonna be really nervous coming in, or
I know Mal's sleepy all the time, so we'll see.
Yeah, man.
is he just gonna fall asleep like during the game? He'll be,
I'm just gonna bring the dumpster out and like throw everyone in.
he'll be CSing 1 minute and then he'll just fall asleep. And be like, guys, Mal, wake
I'm
up,
actually-
wake up.
the tower. Next
I'm actually gonna develop narcolepsy like mid-fight.
Okay, so are you guys like nervous at all? Like,
Nah, bro. I'm gonna do
Not
work.
really.
you do work?
Yeah, bro.
Okay. So sounds like you guys are really confident going in. So I want to thank you guys for letting me do this. I really appreciate it.
Oh man, thank you. All right, from the bottom of our heart.
Do you guys have any shout outs to sponsors? Probably.
Yeah, we do.
Or people that
Guys, all right.
Ew.
All right, you don't even.
Cooler
Cooler
Announce
master,
brand.
boys. Cooler master.
There you go.
Alright. So who wants to list all the sponsors?
Sean.
Oh my god. Sean, do you want to do it or?
I could, since I do it like every day on like everyone's Twitch.
All right, you do it, Mel.
All right, Mal.
Alright, so yeah,
Yeah.
just shouts to like Cooler Master, Loot Crate, Enter Gems, Alienware, Zubu, Team Curse, Nissan, and
Grab that card, oh.
Astros.
Alright, does anybody else have any shout outs that they want to do?
Yo, shout out to my mom. I hope you're watching this. And shout out to
Shout out to Spa because he
yeah.
had the chance to actually
Yeah.
get in here.
Shout out to Spa.
Shout out to picking apples.
What?
That's his job. That's his job. That's why he couldn't make it. Picking apples for us.
Was he picking
I
apples
guess,
at the Saturday?
He works in a factory or something.
Oh.
Apple factory though.
I guess also shouts to Team C.
Yeah,
And,
those are our
Team Money.
boys.
GG.
Team C are our boys.
Ni hao to play and
oh my god.
What up, dog? Yeah, cheery.
shout out to all the haters. Thanks for keeping with me. Appreciate it. And
Oh my
shout out to Bono.
I'm
forgot
just
shouts to the
waiting
guy that
until
made
you
the,
guys are done with shoutouts.
That's it.
No, you forgot shouts to the dude that made the X-Files theme, bro.
Oh,
Oh, play it.
Oh, man.
This is
Alright,
it, this is
once
it.
you play it,
Gotta-
we're gonna cut it.
This
We're
is
Play
an
it.
exit song,
Play
boys.
it,
this
dude.
is the exit song.
all right.
Hey guys.
Alright.
Oh my god.
This fucking song, man.
Alright. Thank you guys for watching Road to Burbank. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. We'll be making more, hopefully in the future. So, thank you again to Curse.